Hey guys, welcome back. Marius here, and as you can see, today have great and not so great news. So we have update, so now it's version 0.1.1. In game you will see also 0.2193. So anyways, let's talk about patch notes. Let's see what they improved, and I'll give you even more what is now currently broken down. So the game is currently in even worse state, to be honest, because there are some really bad issues going on, but that in a moment. So I'll go quickly through the patch notes so you know everything what is new there. So it was posted on Friday. That's one of the things Obsidian guys need to learn. Never release anything on Fridays because there's no room for quick fix. Because I believe in Monday, Tuesday there should be a quick fix because there are some minor things went wrong. Anyways, so what they fixed, this is the major issue they fixed. So made changes to make finding, joining and hosting games with friends more reliable, easier co-play. Readjusted the handling for joining game failures if game is full, no longer exists, etc. Okay? Added a way to allow players to resolve the issue of game logging the player into the wrong Xbox Live account on PC. Okay. Fixed an issue with Windows 7 and 8 using user crashing when attempting to log. These users should be able to load into the game after update. Alright. Fixed crash when saving or loading, and the autosave count number on options is set to 0. So if you disable autosave, I don't know who would ever do that, because that's a fail-proof system to have some autosave, so you can, anyway. Fixed, they have implemented a fix for players who were getting stuck into welcome pop-up screen and unable to move past it. Okay? And fixed character not being saved occasionally in save games. Not retroactive. So there are some updates that they will take place only if you start a new game. So they are mentioning, for example, this one, unfortunately, those who lost items, they cannot bring them back. You need, well, what's lost. Anyways, this is the early access. Losing some items is not that much of a big deal. In case, of course, it's a mint mallet or mint pieces, then because they are limited. This is the only thing that is so limited, you actually don't want to lose any of these. Anyways, my first comment here would be, they are saying it's a major issues, join to co-play, and I know everyone will scream at me, but in my opinion, the game is so little built, I would be okay if they do nothing about improving our, I don't know, little enjoying early access, but working more on the game itself. Not able to log in on Xbox, or more reliable finding your friends? Come on. But that's just me. Let's move on. My opinion will be, well, it's no one cares, but more than. So let's see what actually happened in the game. So players will no longer be permanently stuck in spider webs after destroying them. Yes, because currently if you're stuck forever, even if the web is destroyed. So this is cool. Fixed Burgle disappearing in some games if you attack him. So Burgle is the robot. I don't know why they used it. Yeah, because there's Burgle chips. It's just confusing. Let's call him a robot. If you attacked that robot, sometimes it disappeared. It is retroactive. So if you had a save game, where it's gone, you should be able to see him now. Should appear. Anyways, cool. Don't attack that robot. That's a friendly, okay? Restoring save games that have lost progress state. So this is what I call world reset. In my world, I call it world reset, but okay. So the AUG lab doors no longer opening for players, and basically the mysterious machine also resets and none of the buttons work because, anyways, time being frozen, all these things from developer perspective, this is one big issue and it is resolved. It is retroactive. I checked it. My frozen game, I have lab doors open, and yeah, it is awesome to see that I can actually progress. But in another sense, it's already whole story. I know it all, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for that. This issue should this issue happen again, logging out of the save and then loading back in should resolve the issue and allow you to continue playing. There's one more issue. I will give you a quick fix because it also can be fixed if you save and load back. Sometimes when you go in a cave without a torch, there's sometimes graphic glitches out and you don't see a little white blaze where the tunnel is leading. You have absolutely totally black everything. It glitches out. It shouldn't be like that. It's graphical glitch. If you can get out of the cave, save and load, it also solves such graphical issues. Alright, next we have fixed an issue with endless larva spawning over time. I think that's the cave where you can at the end find, I don't know, 30, 40 damn larva. They just spawn and spawn and spawn. Also, larva were also spawning each time a spike trap was built. So this is some cool thing. The more spikes you build, the more larva spawning. So that is fixed, okay? This update will not remove the larva that is already spawned, but their spawn is fixed, so you have to deal with them if you have a lot of them, okay? Fixed the issue where all the item durability in your inventory incorrectly shows full when loading back into game as client. Okay. When implementing a fix for an issue where games that were saved before rolls, this I read many times and still I don't know if I fully get it. So they implemented a fix for an issue where games that were saved before raw science started spawning. Okay. Prevented raw science from appearing later. What they mean? What they mean start spawn? When you get in a lab only then they start spawning? Probably. Now we know that. Otherwise I hadn't paid attention. So it was... if you save a game before you got to the laboratory, then it... okay, cool. It also included an update for problem with raw science spawning after analyzing and having additional players collecting it on join. Okay, co-play issues. Due to this, players may notice that the starting raw science they previously collected has respawned. I had it. I found that in my opinion, I think my whole long playthrough, everywhere raw science has respawned. I was a bit curious, so I didn't pick any. Maybe I can make a video for collecting all of them, but anyways, I feel like absolutely every single one of raw science in my main game has respawned. You can check yourself. They also fixed a crash when loading a save game dealing with ant colonies. Okay. Not quite sure what they mean by that, but also removed the mosquito burgle quest. It's not retroactive. So there are no mosquitoes in the game. If you picked up a quest that requires you to kill a mosquito, you need to go back to the robot. Then you can abandon the quest. And then in next day, in the midnight, the quest log changes. Then you will be able to get something else instead. I actually did it already before, but as far as I understand, they fixed it so that this quest will not appear again. So this is cool. Found the cause behind the issue where attempting to cook dry an item slot with no item in it would crash the game. Okay, that's a rare bug, but cool they found and fixed it. They also found a fix for occasionally crash caused by dewdrops that have items stuck in them. It also included a fix for dewdrops exploding and causing a major frames per second drop on client. Alright, cool. Dewdrops are fine now. Cool. Fix an issue where clients dragging items from one slot in storage basket to another would not reflect on the host, causing item desynchronization. Alright, and again, problem playing co-play. Disabled storage baskets and smoothie stations from being able to be interacted with multiple players at the same time until others desync issue were not worked on are resolved. Alright, so you can't use one smoothie station or basket if another is using it. And also they tuned Wolf Spider hearing and investigation AI to creep on player less frequently. I'm like, did you? But did you? Because I was testing everything. I started a new game hoping that issues I will mention later is just not retroactive, so in my main game, but they are fixed if you launch a new. It's not true. And of course, Wolf Spider creeped on me and I almost well, my pants were wet, okay? Let's move on from that. Last things, user interface changes mode to the Scab OS screen. Haven't figured out what the hell they mean by that. But and also they fixed the trial markers not showing up on a map, and an additional fix added to prevent game crashing if you try to navigate them in the legend. So yes, it was pretty weird that trial makers that you post on any point of interest location, they show up where you see them live, but when you open a map, no signs of them. This was weird, so it actually was a bug, so they appear now. And reduced screen edge shimmering on Xbox One and Xbox One S under load. Thanks. So let's wrap things up. Things looking good. They improved. Bugs there. Okay, so this is important. So what they thank and ask is for future reports so they can continue develop the game. So as you can see, there's support at obsidian.net, where they want to include following information: the platform where you're playing, because this is crucial. Also on PC, you can play it on Steam version, and you can play Windows Microsoft Store version. And they have different, let's say, problems, issues, and config file location, and they are a little bit different, okay? Just roll with that. Also, multiplayer or single player, this description of issue, please be short but direct. No one likes to read the huge notes, but they need to know what's going on. I'm just saying, like, from human perspective, so they understand what's the issue, but don't write like, okay, no, this morning I woke up and I wanted to play. No. Just, okay, be nice. And last thing you did in the game before the issue occurred, if applicable, if you think something triggered the bug. And yeah, thanks you again, and have fun out in the backyard. Yes, we are having fun, but not really. So, what is the issue? Thank you. Someone already warned me. That's why I jumped in and tested it out. And yes, there's an issue, I'd say, with mushroom grower. Mushrooms do not grow. Once you build it, in few seconds, 4 mushrooms pop out the first time. But once you collect them, they are gone for good. And I've tested them on existing mushroom pots, not growing. Build new ones, not growing. Start a new game, develop, find, research, build, not growing them. And then there's the thing. Basically, mushrooms are broken in the game. Another report I received for a dew collector, where my existing dew collector had some weird think it only spawned 3 droplets, and the 4th stayed empty. And I built a new collector, and it normally there was no problem with spawning droplets. Maybe you have it. Test it out. I don't know. I was just thinking sometimes, that's why they mentioned, and I mentioned it as well. There are retroactive and non-retroactive issues. So sometimes you load the game and the new, let's say, version is applied. Sometimes you need to start over. You need to build fresh, and only then, it kicks in. And in mushroom growing, nothing kicks in. It's just broken. It's purely not growing more than 4 shrooms a month. So not that big of a deal, but I found a few more. So another thing, maybe that's just me, but regular mushrooms regrow the big shrooms, you can do nothing about them with them, but the little ones, they are spawning. They spawn, it seems like once per day, or even rare. At one moment I thought they are not spawning mushrooms at all, but that was not true. I spent, I think, a whole week, 7 days in the game testing and trying everything out, and I think I harvested shrooms from different spots about 2 times. I think they made it super long to respawn somehow. That seems. And what else? Yeah. I tried to take a picture, but yeah, the food just disappeared, and ants also. So I found a moment when I see there are 8 ants, worker ants, near my base. At the beginning, they're not stuck, they're going after the food, and in the middle of them, there is spoiled food. And there are 8 of them looking at it, kind of trying to pick it up, and they couldn't. So they all just stuck in there, coming back and forth. In the middle, 3 or 4, they keep in mind, every bug, also a corpse, has a hitbox. If there is one bug, another can't get to it. So few of them were around, and then the second row were trying to get the same food, and they were stuck. I haven't noticed such phenomenon bug glitch in previous versions. Now it seems like there's another issue how worker ants will be stuck. And yeah, I think that covers most of it. Of course, we can find more and more bugs, pun intended, and also glitches in the game. Please report them so Obsidian guys can deal with them. One last thing I will drop. Someone might be already screaming like, that was before, but well, I spent, I think it's 80 days playing this game, but I haven't seen this before, alright? So, unfortunately, it was happening during the evening, but if you pay close attention, you are familiar with this icon. This icon shows something is stealing from you. So yes, that's a bow from the ground, that's a foundation and basket. There was no food in it, because I know from the tips someone gave to me and I'm giving to you, don't store food because otherwise they will be stealing. But the thing, this is not an ant, this is a gnat. I don't know how to pronounce, gnat probably. It gnats, alright? I haven't seen gnats stealing from basket before. I've been in my base, they are annoying, they push you around. They've been all the time in the game, there's nothing new, but them stealing something from basket that is not food? After, of course, I was angry as hell. I took a screenshot and killed it, and afterwards I was thinking, what would... I stayed for a moment. It was just kind of stuck, but tried to get the basket. I don't know. Too little information. So if you have any clue what the hell this bug is doing with my basket, please feel free to growl. comment in the comment section. Okay, I will end the video now. One last thing, I will just kindly ask if someone watches this far, when you write a comment below, it's like 19% I will respond to it. But please do try to avoid the same comment continuing the thread. And the only reason why I'm asking this is because YouTube, me as a creator from backend, the comment section management is really bad. I can't find if there is some, I don't know, back comment which you and I continue to answer. At one point I will be unable to find it because I literally need to scroll through in that history to find that one moment, and I can't filter it out because once I responded, YouTube thinks no, that comment is done, don't deal. So I'm just as this is, I don't know how to bypass it, but if you want to comment, just write new comment. That would be my suggestion, at least for my videos, okay? Then I will not miss it for sure. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll meet in next videos. Hopefully we will have that quick fix right away in next week. And cheers.